Hi everyone, I wanted to go ahead and do a most recent update on little Rosalie. So I believe the last time I updated you guys, she had gotten her breathing tube out. Since then, the day after she got her breathing tube out, they kept it's called a repogal, is what the tube is called that goes to her stomach. They had kept that in, but they took the suction off so that way it wasn't pulling anything. And they were going to see how she did, pretty much use the use of gravity and see how she did with the tube not sucking what was in her stomach out. And so she did good that day, and the day after, they ended up taking it out, and she was so happy to have that tube out. That day that they had taken the suction out of off of that tube, but she still had the tube in, she decided that she wanted to pull it out while I was holding her. And let me tell you, I had a heart attack because I was trying to hold it in, and I was trying to find the panic button for the nurse, and I was freaking out, and she was screaming, she was crying, and I'm trying to hold this tube in, and let me tell you, I had like a heart attack. I started calling for the nurse. I'm like yelling out of her room for her to come, and I finally found that panic button, is what I call it, the nurse button, and so she came in and just took it out, and then they put a new one in. And so the next day they had taken that tube out, and she was so happy because she could have her hands out now, where she can have them up to her face, which seems to be a coping mechanism for her. And so she liked not having that tube in. I mean, anyone pretty much would. It's very uncomfortable going down your throat and stuff. So she got that tube out, and they had waited a couple days, and she got to start feeds, which is awesome. We started it on Saturday, April 1st, with 5 milliliters. That's like a teaspoon, so that's how small it was. So to me, it was very concerning that she was going to have a little bit and then get really mad because she wants more. But that didn't happen at all. It actually, it just put her to sleep. It, pretty much took the edge off of her. And mind you, she's not hungry through all this because she's still getting TPN, the IV nutrition. And so she loved the food, let me tell you. Every time she eats, she's smiling, and she's just full of smiles. And she's also a very gassy girl, apparently. It's actually kind of funny. She laughs every time she passes gas, which is also a great thing. It means her intestines are working properly, everything's flowing. And we also got our first stool pass since the beginning, when she had passed a stool then, and which is also a great sign, means that everything's moving along the way it should be. And so the surgeon's plan is to increase her feeds by 5 milliliters each day, as long as she's taking it. She isn't spitting up and or vomiting, and her stomach isn't getting swollen, pretty much. And but today we went to 15 milliliters, and we think that she was trying to burp or something like that, or hiccup, and so she spit her food out, and so we had to kind of go back down to 10 milliliters, which, I mean, that would just mean we had a little bit of a setback, but that's kind of expected. The surgeons told us here they usually don't start feeds till 4 weeks, and Rosalie isn't even 2 weeks yet. She'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. So for her to already be starting feeds is amazing. All the doctors are really amazed, and nurses are amazed at the progress she's making, and I truly feel like it's because of everyone's prayers, and I feel like it's all the prayers I've been praying for her and everyone else as well. And so we just are really hoping and praying for more progress. I'm not getting discouraged about the 5 milliliters, and her hernia, where the hole is looking really well, the surgeon said. And so from here on out, it's just the feeding game, pretty much, up her 5 milliliters, put her down if she needs to, up her, and she has to be to 60 to 65 milliliters and be able to tolerate it before she can be discharged, as well as passing stools without a problem and keeping her temperature up. So we're hoping before Easter, but that's cutting it really close. But it's just day by day, taking it day by day, and so that's kind of what's been new. And here's the little baby. She's happy right now, obviously. Let me tell you, she is very hairy. Not for me, of course. But anyways, so that's the most recent update. And thank you all for sharing the story and praying for us. It seems to be working very well, so thank you so much.